I was just 12 when it started. My cousin brother, Rishi, moved in with us after his parents' sudden divorce. At first, I was excited. He was older, cooler, and always made everyone laugh. But behind the charm was something darker. Hey, don't tell anyone what we do, alright? He whispered one night, his breath cold on my ear. I didn't understand. I was just a child. Confused, scared, but I nodded. I was too afraid not to. The first time he slapped me, I didn't even cry. I just stood there, stunned, staring at the floor. It's your fault, he yelled. You broke my headphones. I hadn't. I knew I hadn't. But no one else was home. So, who would believe me? Days turned to weeks, weeks into months, and Rishi's mask, the charming, helpful, smiling cousin everyone adored, never slipped in front of others. But behind closed doors, he was cruel, manipulative, and angry. He threw things, used words like knives, and worst of all, he made me feel invisible. Why are you always so weak? He scoffed one evening, crying again. You were pathetic. I wanted to scream. I wanted someone, anyone, to see me, to hear me. But my voice felt stuck. Like it didn't matter. Once, I tried telling my aunt. He's your cousin, sweetheart, she said gently. He's just adjusting. Don't take it so seriously, Seriously, how could she say that? I felt like I was drowning and no one even noticed. One night, Rishi burst into my room, furious about something. I don't even remember what. He shoved me hard, and I hit my elbow against the table. It throbbed with pain, but he didn't stop. Stop crying like a baby. He snapped. Do you want me to really hurt you? Something inside me cracked. I ran, barefoot, out into the street, under the cold moonlight, tears blurring my vision. I didn't know where I was going. I just knew I had to get away. I sat on the park bench near our house, shaking. That's when Mrs. D'Souza, our elderly neighbor, spotted me. My God, child, what happened? She gasped, rushing over. For the first time, I let the words spill out. Everything, the fear, the bruises, the yelling, the silence. All of it. Her eyes widened in horror. This is not okay. You're not safe, are you? I shook my head. No, I'm not. She called my mom. When she arrived and saw my swollen eyes and scraped arm, something changed in her face. Something fierce. How long? She asked, her voice trembling. A while, I whispered. And then, finally, someone believed me. Rishi was gone the next day. Mom confronted my uncle. She stood tall, didn't care about the drama, didn't care about family shame. She cared about me. I started therapy. It was hard, talking about everything, but it helped. I began to breathe again. Sleep without nightmares. Laugh, really laugh, for the first time in years. Sometimes, I still hear Rishi's voice in my head, mocking, cold. But I remind myself, I survived. I'm healing. I'm stronger now. People think abuse is always physical, always visible. But it's not. Sometimes, it's words whispered behind locked doors. Sometimes, it's the silence of those who look away. I tell my story now, to friends, to strangers, to anyone who will listen, because maybe, just maybe, someone else will find the courage to speak to. To that little version of me, hiding in the shadows, I say this: you were never weak. You were never wrong. And you were never alone. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. Your support means a lot to me. If you enjoyed it, I'd truly appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe to help spread the word. Every share helps bring more stories to life. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for being a part of this journey.